care for the homeless without violating the county's code? It's a predicament for a Dundalk church recently fined $12,000 for allowing the homeless to sleep on their lawn. ABC 2's Mallory Safaste has more on the awkward situation they're in tonight. Mallory?
Yeah, Kelly, the county only responds when they receive complaints, and there have been several from neighbors of the church in the past year. However, the church says they can't police their yard 24/7, and if they're forced to pay the fine, it could possibly shut them down for good. Two neighbors at odds over an issue that affects both their businesses.
I showed up Wednesday morning to find a citation on the door that said that we are going to be fined $12,000 and have a court date because we do have unhoused homeless people sleeping outside of the church at night.
Reverend Rev Grover is the pastor at Patapsco Methodist Church in Dundalk. She says the men and women who occasionally sleep outside their doors do so because they have nowhere else to go and because they feel safe there.
We feel here as a church that it's scriptural mandate. It's an imperative that we're to care for the least, the last, the lost, the poor, the hungry.
While it may be the business of the church to serve the homeless, Chester Bartko says it's hurting his business, the produce stand next door.
We have greenhouses and we sell flowers and shrubbery. And the homeless started camping right next to our retail sales area.
He alleges he's been threatened before and that some of the people damaged his property, killing his apple tree.
They dumped gallons of urine on it.
He tried talking to the pastor, police, and finally county code enforcement. The church received its first warning for non-permitted rooming and boarding back in June and 3 more times after that. The most recent at the end of November, and now they're facing a $12,000 fine.
We can't be here all night patrolling the area. We can't control whether someone comes and sleeps outside of our doors. And so I don't know how it happens that we're cited for people who find refuge here.
A struggle for Reverend Grover between doing what's right and what's legal.
The church should live up to the community standards, not be a magnet for these people.
They are children of God just as well. They're our neighbor just as well. And I just try to explain we're doing the best we can.
The church is scheduled to appear in court on December 21st. Reverend Grover said if they comply with the code and kick people off their property, the fee will be dismissed. But if they're forced to pay it, then they might not be able to afford feeding the poor, and there's a chance the church would need to shut down. Kelly?
All right.